So the big new feature this time, well, we added, the 12.2 came out a couple of weeks ago, right? And our whole, for version 12, our theme was really to add more and more to that AD federated services functionality. And this version was no different. We added single sign-on to that. Now, I don't have all of the details about how that works yet. I'm not prepared. I haven't gotten a chance to talk to Ed or Lee, my buddies over there, and ask them exactly how it works yet. So I didn't want to bring that to you guys, but it is there, and there's more information in our release notes. Right? And they are prepared
for those people that can't wait, it's in the release notes, but ADFS will be a whole webinar all by itself.
Yeah, I think we're going to do a deep dive just into that part of it, right? So what I wanted to get into is something that a ton of our customers have been asking for, and that is a default dashboard, all right? The idea here is that an administrator could set up a default dashboard that all of his new customers see, all of his new users, pardon me, see the first time they log in. And this has been traditionally been a problem in the past. You'd launch a new Issuetrak system, or one of our administrators would launch a new Issuetrak system, and none of the users could use the dashboard yet because it didn't have any panels added. So right now, as an administrator, I can see both the dashboard and the default dashboard. And right now we're looking at mine. And you can see my dashboard has, we'll go back to it, 2 panels expanded, right? It's got current quarter performance and the system overview expanded. And the big problem here, what's the problem with that, right? Why is that not great, right? Well, you've got to scroll down to see the current quarter performance, right? Maybe I want a layout where none of the panels are expanded, so all of the data is visible without scrolling, right? Now, an end user could see that and expand the panel themselves. That's just fine, but they need to know that they're actually taking that action, so they know that they've got something different. So to make that happen, all we do is set up the default panel, and I'll switch to default. And it gives us a warning that says, say, you're going to lose your own dashboard settings in favor of the default. The only user accounts that can actually do this are your sysadmins, right? They're the only ones that actually can set up the default. And sysadmins, that's kind of their job, their role in the system, right? Is to set system defaults. And you can see in this new configuration, right? The setting that is our default for new users, this current quarter performance is not expanded. So everything will fit on one page without having to scroll. You won't see as much of the data, but that's kind of not the point. We want to make sure that a new user doesn't have to scroll to see what's available. That's the idea. Now, your default dashboard will be different, right? You're going to decide, make different choices for your users, right? I can guarantee it. But that was my kind of thinking I wanted to show you guys that difference. And as an administrator, as a sysadmin, I could set this as my dashboard and use that same thing, but I didn't want to. I'm going to leave my dashboard with 2 panels expanded. And we'll log in as a brand new user. Now you guys are going to have to trust me. I created this user a couple of days ago, and he does not have his own dashboard panel set up yet. So I'm going to open this in a different browser right here. You guys can see my Firefox browser, right, Tony? And go to CS Training. Oh, come on. There we go. And I'm going to log in as user E here. Why user E? Because user A, B, C, and D were already taken. And when user D logs in, he's never set up his own dashboard, so he sees the default. Look at that, current quarter performance is not expanded. That's that difference between the default layout and what I have as a sysadmin. And when user E logs in, he gets the default. Now, user E, he can go in and, like I said, right, he can go in and expand as much as he wants to, but then he's no longer using the default, he's using his own. And we'll do that, and he's going to set that as his. And there you go.
And the reason we did this is so those end users, or if you're having your customers come into your portal, when they go to the dashboard settings, historically, or excuse me, when they went to dashboard, they historically just had a wide open white page, and then they're going to be calling IT, calling the system owner, whatever. Hey, the dashboards aren't working. They have to configure it. So what we've done now is allow your system admins the capability to pre-populate a default one. It's there, but people with the dashboard access still have the capability like they had before to build their own set of panels or load their own set of panels, put them in the order that they want them.
So your brand new users don't get a blank screen. They know that the system's working because they'll see it. You're building that experience for them. And that kind of ties back to our customer service, right? You're taking that opportunity to engage them, right? You're keeping them in that conversation. All right, that's the new feature segment, right? Mm-hmm. Short and sweet this time.
Yep.
Have we got anything that we need to discuss? Any questions?
No, we're good. I took care of the questions as they were popping in there, responding to people.
Good deal.
I appreciate. I'm comfortable wrapping up if you are, Paul.
Yeah, I think we're in a good spot to wrap up here. We kind of had gotten going a little bit late because of our technical difficulties. That was really kind of weird, you know. But apologies for that. So we will get out of this kind of almost on time here. We had a little time to make up. All right, always a pleasure talking to everybody. As always, you can reach us by email, and you guys know how, or call our support team, right? If you can't get in touch with us, they know how to get us, right?
Sure.
All right, everybody have a good day. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.